Good evening. I'd like to call to order the December 14th, 2023 regular meeting of the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Monica, can we get a roll call, please?
President Dixon.
Here.
Vice President Roby. Here. Commissioner Anzier. Here. Commissioner Dax.
Here.
Commissioner Janik.
Here.
Commissioner Wiswald.
Here.
Commissioner Thompson.
Here. Thank you. I would entertain a motion to open the public hearing on the 2024 Budget and Appropriation Ordinance 1048.
Move to open the public hearing for discussion on the 2024 budget and appropriation ordinance 1048.
Second.
Roll call, please. Or is it a roll call? Or voice vote? Voice vote, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. A quorum being present, I will now call to order the public hearing of the 2024 Combined Annual Budget and Appropriation Ordinance. The budget was prepared in tentative form and made available to the public for inspection for at least 30 days at the Fort Hood Activity Center and on the district's website. A notice of this budget hearing was published in the Daily Herald on November 27, 2023, in accordance with the requirements of the Park District Code, and a notice in compliance with the Open Meetings Act was also prepared and distributed in accordance with all legal requirements. The purpose of the hearing is to give the public an opportunity to be heard with regard to the planned budget and appropriations for the coming fiscal year. Once public comments have been received, the board may immediately comment or reserve its comments to when the ordinance is formally presented for board consideration. The hearing is now open for comments from the audience. Monica, do we have any public comments?
We do not.
Would anybody from the board like make comments? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing on the 2024 budget and return to the regular business of the meeting.
Move to close the public hearing and return to the regular meeting.
Second.
It's a voice vote as well. Voice vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, next we will go to matters of the public for the regular meeting. Are there any matters from the public?
No, there is not.
So next we will move on to the 2023 Eagle Scout recognition. Right. I could invite all of the Eagle Scouts up to the front. Thank you. I'm pleased to have the opportunity this evening to recognize some excellent work that's been accomplished across the Park District by several of our Eagle Scouts. Through their commitment to scouting and serving their community, the individuals we are honoring are developing exceptional leadership skills while learning the importance of networking and making lifelong connections. The Naperville Park District is grateful to many scouts over the years who've chosen it for their Eagle Scout projects to work with the Park District and benefit our whole community. Every project begins with a vetting process, with the scouts researching what the district may need, and then bringing their ideas to the Park District staff for consideration. It's important to note that the projects being highlighted here demonstrate both variety and high-quality improvements made to our parks. Tonight we will be recognizing each of the scouts who completed projects over the last year with a certificate of appreciation. First, I'd like to recognize the scouts that are in attendance tonight. We have Matthew Tam, who worked to redefine the pathway at Hunter Woods to provide better access to the public. You know, we've done a lot of work over at Hunter's Woods, so that's really been a needed and appreciated improvement. So thank you, Matthew. And then we also have Jack, right? So Jack worked to build 8 fishing line collectors at parks throughout our community. And we all know those fishing line collectors are so important for protecting the wildlife and the fish and birds. So we're really appreciative of Jack's work. We also tonight had several scouts who worked on projects who weren't able to join us. I believe, right, the others? Ava Morales built planter boxes to replace the original boxes at Nacogdoches Nature Park. Brady Jones built and installed a bench at the driving range at Springbrook Golf Course. Finn Pianetto built 2 wood benches for the first and 10th tees at Springbrook Golf Course. Jed Morales built an information kiosk at DuPage River Sports Complex. Sanjal Shrestha built an information kiosk at Nacogdoches Park. Matt Smith redesigned and rebuilt compost bins at Ron Roy Community Garden Plots. And Kevin Pankow removed highly invasive hazel plants at May Watts Parks. These are all a lot of projects, a lot of time and effort by our Eagle Scouts, and we're really honored that you chose Naperville Park District to work with and contribute to our community. So thank you, and congratulations on a job well done and all your hard work for your Eagle Scout projects. On behalf of the staff, board and staff, thank you and good luck in your bright futures. Very nice, thank you. Congratulations, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you again to our Eagle Scouts for all their hard work. Next, we'll move on to updates and reports. I'll start with the Riverwalk Commission. Riverwalk Commission met yesterday, December 13th. We talked a lot about what's coming down the pipeline in 2024. There are a lot of big plans for the 2031 master plan. We're hoping in 2024 to award the contract for the Eagle Street Gateway, which will be a beautiful renovation to that area of the Riverwalk and make it more accessible to all members of our community. We are looking forward to a final design and permitting for the South Gateway extension in 2024. And work and hopefully completion on the Prairie Nature Garden, which will be a natural area to the west of Centennial Beach. The Riverwalk Foundation has agreed to a generous donation to fund that project in part of the 2031 master plan. So we're really looking forward to that. As well, we also talked about how some trees at the Riverwalk area had been removed over the last couple of weeks because they were in decline or presented a hazard. So they've been moved, but we've also been adding new trees. So that was all part of planned work. Members of the community can reach out at any time or find information about that work on our website. The next meeting of the Naperville Riverwalk Commission will be January 10th at 7:30 a.m. at the Naperville Municipal Center. Next, we have Finance Committee.
No report.
Okay, Legislative Committee.
Yes, we met last week to discuss a multitude of things, including some new legislation updates, just some highlights from that I'm giving you guys. We are working to erect permanent signage due to a new legislation item, alerting pedestrians and cyclists of highway crossings and other dangerous things that could possibly be in our parks. Director Schutz is already and his team are already on top of this. Another new legislative update that was interesting is to a new ordinance that allows park districts to enter into solar energy and equipment agreements for up to 20 years, which will help save taxpayer dollars while also helping to protect our environment. We have some personnel policy updates coming due to new legislature, which Director Sepe will update us in future meetings regarding those changes. We've made tons of progress in receiving grants. We've had funding for a new basketball court and 3 playgrounds. Special thanks to Representatives Bowden Murray and Senator Ellman for helping us secure those funds to get these projects going. We also are working in intergovernmental cooperation agreements for DuPage County stormwater sites, such as Brighton Ridge, Sanford Meadows, DuPage River Shoreline. Really cool thing that Sue Omenson shared with us was all the legislative committee accomplishments from 2004 to 2023, and it was just, I mean, it's way too much for me to share here. Hopefully we can send that back around to everybody so you can see the incredible work that she and the legislative committees that have come before us have done, from getting new legislation off the ground to forming relationships with state representatives, attending different events and things like that. It's just really incredible and it's helped the park district out so much. So
Thank you, Commissioner Thompson. Next up, Parks and Rec Committee.
Parks and Rec Committee met this evening prior to tonight's meeting. Got some updates, most of things that will be coming down the line here for us in the next couple of meetings here. Bus transportation bids, there's going to be an indoor recreation space needs assessment that will be coming through, that we'll hear more about. There's a proposed marker to be donated by the Daughters of American Revolution to be considered, as well as the Eagle Street Gateway project in the Riverwalk, which will improve accessibility to that area, which is pretty cool. We'll hear more about that. The Rothermel Skate Park will have a soft opening coming up this week, so as long as the weather stays, people may be able to use it, which is great. Some of we've been cutting in the spring. The recreation, everything's been increased as far as registration for basketball, different programs. They were able to add several basketball teams to meet demand, which has been fantastic, and tickets for the Magical Starlight Theater are on sale now. One they've already sold 1,000, I believe, so that's pretty good. Golf is still golfing. Still golf. People love golf, which is great. We got some updates on adding some more boards to our fleet, which is something we've been needing for a while, as well as we had a really great fundraiser for our community assistance program through the Bulls game ticket sales, which raised $489 for the community assistance program, which has been remarkable compared to other fundraisers in the past. So hopefully we get to do more things like that. And the next meeting will be January 4th, 2024 at 5:45 here.
Great, thank you, Commissioner Antier. Next up is President's report. It's been quite a year at the Maple Park District. As some of you may know, in January of each year, we put out a special podcast series called State of the Park District. The theme of 2023's State of the Park District podcast back in January was sustainability. Sustainability is one of the Maple Park District's core values. And in the podcast, we discussed how sustainability goes beyond environmental sustainability. That at the Maple Park District, we focus on both environmental and organizational sustainability. The services and programs we offer, the parks and facilities we maintain, and the role we play in our community are a key component of what makes Naperville one of the best places to live, work, and play. Looking back over the last year at the Maple Park District, I'm struck not only by the work staff has put into maintaining and sustaining what we have, but the growth we have seen in demand for our recreation programs, services, and events. This year we've seen unprecedented growth across our summer camps, nearly all our youth sports, senior and adult trips, memberships at Fort Hill, and rounds of golf. The increased demands for our offerings could not have been met without the tireless dedication of our Park District staff throughout the year, and our community owes them a debt of gratitude. In addition to record participation levels, in 2023 we saw the renovation of 4 playgrounds, the opening of a brand new park at Naper Commons, we reopened the newly renovated Springbrook Golf Course, and we opened the Rothermel Family Pickleball Court at Frontier Sports Complex. All these accomplishments are quite visible. Our community can see them as they move about town, pass by a new park, bring their kids to a newly renovated playground, or pick up a quick game of pickleball at one of our new courts. But I think just as important are the behind-the-scenes goals and accomplishments that staff have been committed to throughout the year that provide the backbone and distinction for our district. In 2023, we invested in attracting and retaining staff, leveraged innovation to improve maintenance practices and overcome staffing and workload challenges, initiated the district's 3-year strategic plan, reopened Springbrook Golf Course, collaborated with the city on the development of a new Riverwalk Carolina agreement, and rebuilt the district's volunteer program, which saw an 83% increase in the number of group volunteers. So that's a lot, and none of it would be possible without the dedication and hard work of staff. So on behalf of the board and our whole community, I'd like to thank everybody who has worked for or volunteered in the Naperville Park District this year for sharing your time, your efforts, and your talents with our community. I'd also like to take a minute to specifically thank Sue Owenson, our Community Development Manager, and congratulate her on her retirement at the end of this year. Sue's been with the Naperville Park District for over 22 years, and during her time here, she's worked diligently to obtain numerous grants for our community, including $400,000 for Knapp Knolls Nature Center, $400,000 for Wolves Crossing Park, and $2.5 million for Fort Hill Activity Center. Sue's conducted many interviews as part of our State of the District podcast series, and I'm really going to miss hearing her voice on it. And Sue has told the district story through countless press releases. While Sue will be missed, her contributions to the Naperville Park District and our residents will live on for many years, and I know she's going to love retirement. So thank you, Sue, for everything you've done for our community. So this was kind of a longer report than I normally do. And we have a lot on tap for 2024, but I will state that list for January's report and not go into all those this time. But in the meantime, I'll wrap it up by wishing everyone in our community a happy, health, safe holiday, a joyous new year, and a happy retirement to Sue. Thank you. All right, on to Executive Director Wilson's report.
Thank you, President Gibson. It really has been quite a historic year for the Park District, and I want to echo your thanks of staff. Very much appreciated it, and want to thank all of the directors that you see sitting behind you, their staff, all of our instructors. There are so many that contribute to the successes that we've had this year with our programs, our facilities, and what we've been able to provide to the community. So certainly appreciate that, thanks, and we look forward to 2024 and doing even better things. So thank you. Got a few other items for this evening that I'll run through. The winter 2024 digital program guide is now available on the district's website, and program registration is in progress. Included in this edition is winter break camp programs for ages 3 to 16, which will take place later this month as schools break for the holidays. Additionally, registration for the spring Naperville Youth Soccer and Naperville Premier Soccer League is underway. As mentioned a little bit before, the tickets for Magical Starlight Theater's January production of Beauty and the Beast can be purchased now on the Park District's website or during regular business hours at the Alfred Lubin Riverwalk Community Center or Fort Hill Activity Center. Performances are held at Naperville Central High School and will run 2 weekends, January 12th through 14th and January 19th through the 21st. Tickets are $17 each if purchased before the show or $20 at the door. Very excited to announce that the new Rothermel Family Skate Facility at Centennial Park is slated to open for community use next week, pending completion of a few final construction items within the skate area. Additional work, including the installation of a small plaza and sitting area, site furnishings, and landscaping is scheduled to occur in the spring. A formal ribbon cutting event to honor Mr. Rothermel and recognize the DuPage Foundation for the very generous grant in the amount of $120,000 to support the project, as well as to officially open the skate park is planned for late spring, early summer of 2024. And as soon as we know the exact date that the park will open next week, we will send out a press release, update our website, and update social media as well. The Naperville Park District offers outdoor ice skating and sledding during the winter season, weather permitting. Sled hills will open when there is a minimum of 2 inches of snow cover. Skating rinks need consistently cold temperatures for several days before the ice making process can begin. Red or green flags are posted at skating rinks to indicate whether they are open or closed. For a list of Naperville Park District locations that offer winter sports fun, visit the district's website. And then finally, mark your calendar for the 2024 Community Job Fair hosted by the Naperville Park District and Kids Matter on Saturday, January 6th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. here at the Fort Hill Activity Center. High school and college students and adults of all ages are invited to learn about job openings at the Park District and area businesses at this free event. In addition to exploring employment opportunities, job seekers also can have their resume reviewed or participate in mock interviews. Additional information on our events and facilities and other Naperville Park District news can be found online at napervilleparks.org.
Great. Thank you, Executive Director Wilson. Next up, we have the Treasurer's Report.
Move to approve the October 2023 Treasurer's Report, which includes Commissioners' expenses totaling $815 for attendance at the 2023 NRP conference.
Second.
Could we roll call, please?
Vice President Rubbing?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Ansier?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacks?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Risball?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes. Thank you. Next up, consent agenda. Monica, would you mind reading the consent agenda, please?
Item 7.1, approved November 2023 disbursements in the amount of $1,718,476 $7.47. 7.2, approved November 2023 disbursements made through the Bank of America Purchasing Program, card program in the amount of $265,502.86. 7.3, approved November FinTech disbursements in the amount of $715.50. 7.4, approved November 2023 customer refunds in the amount of $38.01. 7.5, approved November 9th, 2023 regular meeting minutes. 7.6, approved October 26, 2023 executive session closed meeting minutes. 7.7, approved November 9th, 2023 executive session closed meeting minutes. 7.8, approved change order number 1 for the professional services for the West Branch of the DuPage River Shoreline Stabilization Project. 7.9, approved the 2024 independent contractor agreement for karate instruction with Illinois Shotokan Karate Club. 7.10, approved the 2024 independent contractor agreement for youth sports instruction with Kids First Sports Safety, Inc. 7.11, approved the 2024 independent contractor agreement for youth sports instruction with All Star Sports Instruction, Inc. 7.12, approved the 2024 independent contractor agreement for swim instruction with Naperville Aquatics, Inc. 7.13, approved ordinance 1044, authorizing the First Amendment to the intergovernmental agreement between Naperville Community Unit School District Number 203 and the Naperville Park District for development and shared use of property improvements at Knapp Park. 7.14, approved ordinance 1049, authorizing a grant of temporary construction easement between the Naperville Park District and the County of DuPage for the intergovernmental cooperation and utilization of available resources for partnership projects. That is it.
Thanks, Monica. Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately? Hearing none.
Move to accept consent agenda items 7.1 through 7.14.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Ruffing?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson? Yes. Commissioner Ansier? Yes. Commissioner Dax?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Roosevelt?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes.
Move to approve consent agenda items 7.1 through 7.14.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. On to unfinished business, ordinance 1047, 2023 tax levy.
Move to approve the 2023 tax levy ordinance 1047 totaling $24,653,000.
Second.
Any discussion? Can we get a roll call, please?
Vice President Ruffing?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson? Yes. Commissioner Ansier? Yes. Commissioner Dax?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Roosevelt?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes.
Move to approve the 2024 combined annual budget and appropriation ordinance 1048 in the budgeted amount of $54,423,026 and the appropriate amount of $59,865,329.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, hearing none, roll call, please.
Vice President Ruffing?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson? Yes. Commissioner Ansier? Yes. Commissioner Dax?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Roosevelt?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes. Thank you. We will move on to new business. We'll start with indoor recreation space.
Good evening. Contract for professional services for the indoor recreation space needs assessment is planned to be presented to the Park Board for approval at the January 4th, 2024 meeting. A major Naperville Park District goal in 2024 is the completion of an assessment of indoor recreation space needs, considering uses, possibilities, and the interests of the community support financially. Also looking at the development and adoption of a plan based on need and support for further indoor amenities. The assessment and resulting plan will guide the district in meeting the identified needs of the community and assist the board and staff in planning the direction of the district's current and future indoor recreational spaces. In October, staff released a request for proposal RFP for the indoor recreation space needs assessment. A total of 2 firms submitted proposals in response to RFP, White Construction and Williams Architects. A cross-functional staff team evaluated the proposals, interviewed the 2 firms and their respective teams based on the set criteria outlined in the RFP. As a result, the evaluation and interview process, staff identified Williams Architects as the best team to execute the scope of services needed for the indoor recreation space needs assessment. A total of $60,000 is allocated in the 2024 budget for development of the indoor recreation space needs assessment. Project completion is planned for fall of next year, 2024, pending contract approval. So we just want to provide an update to the board this evening in preparation of presenting this for approval at the January 4th meeting.
Questions? All right, thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, fleet vehicle purchase.
Hello. Fleet is seeking to purchase a 2024 Ford F-250 regular cab 4x4 pickup truck and a 2024 Ford F-250 Super Cab 4x4 pickup truck, both snowplow ready for use in the Parks Department. This evening, I want to provide a brief overview of this last-minute agenda topic edition and to provide an opportunity for discussion. Beginning with the 2020 pandemic and continuing throughout much of 2023, traditional vehicle and equipment procurement methods were unavailable nationally, and the district had to pivot to several creative solutions in order to fulfill Fleet's capital vehicle and equipment replacement plan. Earlier this fall, one of the district's most frequently used purchasing networks announced the return of competitively bid vehicle contracts for the first time since they were canceled in 2020. These contracts include Ford Super Duty vehicles, including the pickup and dump truck models historically purchased by the district. With a nationwide backlog of work truck orders still in effect, staff placed the order via the purchasing network contract for the 2 2024 Ford F-250 pickup trucks as soon as the dealership's ordering window opened late in the fall season. Staff had anticipated presenting this order to the board for approval after the new year had begun, as even pre-pandemic orders typically took several months to fulfill. However, our fleet manager received a phone call just earlier this morning indicating that our order could be delivered before the end of this month, much earlier than we thought possible. After conveying the challenges an early delivery would present us with, the dealership expressed their willingness to hold on to the 2 trucks for us through early January. Both vehicles were ordered utilizing the Suburban Purchasing Cooperative with competitively bid contracts awarded to Sutton Ford. The regular cab truck has a purchase price of almost $49,000, while the price for the Super Cab truck came in at just over $50,000. Funds were allocated for both trucks within the 2024 budget. We anticipated presenting the purchase to the board for consideration at the January 4th, 2023 board meeting. And with that, I'd like to open things up for any thoughts or discussion.
Any questions? Thank you, Dr. Quigley. Our next regular meeting of the Park Board of Commissioners will be January 4th, 2024, 7 p.m. here at Fort Hill Activity Center. We have executive session tonight.
Move to adjourn to executive session to discuss personnel per section 2C1 and land acquisition per section 2C5 of the Open Meetings Act.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Rogan?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson? Yes. Commissioner Ancia? Yes. Commissioner Jacks? Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Rusval?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes. Sounds good. Thank you, everyone.